Hello and welcome to round 3 of the Australian Rugby Shield. My name is Kiri Lingman and thank you for joining me today. We have our final round game this afternoon. Queensland Country Orchids take on Perth Gold, and what a game we have on our hands. Must win from both teams this afternoon. Perth Gold with 2 wins and Queensland Country with 1 win and 1 loss. So Country need a convincing win this afternoon if they are hoping to appear in the grand final match on Monday. We have referee Neve O'Dempsey on this afternoon, and Perth Gold will get us underway with the kickoff. And it's a shallow kickoff and it's picked up by the Orchids, and they'll have the early penalty. The offside call.
Offside, you're in front. Ruckus formed.
Queensland Country with a early opener to get us underway. And they find touch. And they'll cross the line just over halfway. Ani Mailau will have throwing duties this afternoon.
You need to be 10 metres back. Take a step.
The referee just addressing the mark. The Perth Gold. The Orchids, they'll hit the middle. Hucky throws an underline to Hannigan.
Advantage, offside.
Forwards. Alice Duphil will hit the middle. It's to Mailau.
You've come off your feet. We have advantage back.
And another penalty to Perth Gold will see the Orchids waltzing their way down the field at the moment. And the touch finder is good from the Orchids. And they are quickly approaching their 22.
We're less than 2 minutes, 3 minutes into the game, okay? We've just had 2 penalties, 2 offside, they're not getting back. Yeah?
Can I just ask another offside? We were on our sideline breath. Do we need to contact?
Needs to be 10 metres back, okay?
Okay, so we'll take a step off that. That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Pardon? Yeah, Reed, can I have a chat with you? So just let the line out. It's 10 metres. When she's back, just make sure you're 10
Well,
metres back.
my very first tournament, she's a fantastic player and fantastic leader, so it's great to see her out there for the Orchids this afternoon. And they'll find themselves in great position, about 10 metres out from their try line. The Orchids fighting to keep themselves in contest for this grand final. Mylau hits the front. It's collected by the Orchids. Ellis DeFille. Take it up. The Orchids are pick and go, and Ackland shifts out to Fido. Fido still going. 2 meters out. Orchids will pick and go. Orchids called to use it. And Fido will have another go. It's driven back. Ackland shifts out to the left now, and Hucky will swing back to the right. She finds Jackson, and Jackson loses the ball. We might see a card here.
We have the injury.
Yeah.
We now have 3 penalty offsides.
Yeah.
I've given them a warning.
Yeah.
I'm happy for yellow.
Yeah.
If it gold 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoe Elliott, she's down, but the referee talking to her touch stride. We're going to see a yellow card here. Perth Gold, back-to-back penalties in this opening few minutes. Zoe Elliott doesn't look to be in a good way, so she'll get medical attention that she needs. Both teams will come together just 5 minutes into this game. Orchids applying all the pressure that they can. A number of players in this Perth Gold side who
Gold sub for this girl.
appeared in the Super W team for the Western Force, so a lot of experience in this team, and it's been on display this tournament. 2 extremely solid wins by Perth Gold in their opening match against Queensland Suburban team. It was a dominant display. This Perth Gold side, who have performed very, very well thus far. But they will look to be playing with a man down for the next 10 minutes. And if you are tuning into this Rugby Shield Championship, I hope that you also have the Wallaroos on as they run out against the Black Ferns this afternoon, the second instalment of the O'Reilly Cup. You can put that one on Stan or 9Gem while also streaming Australian Rugby Shield match. The power of technology pulling through for women's rugby this afternoon. So much talent on display as we come back to this game. It'll be number 8, Kira McCaskill, who will see the yellow card, and Perth Gold will play man down for the next 10 minutes. Orchids looking very dangerous at their line. And they'll have the scrum, and Perth Gold will have to compete in this scrum without number 8 at the back.
Watch the pick and go.
Girls, let's remember our pre-game chat. Stay up until crouch. Coach! Bind! Girls, pre-game chat had 3 simple askings of you all, yeah? Shoulders stay off until set. Simple as that. Let's go again.
Yeah. I got you, Freeze. Yep.
Yeah, locks in. Coach! Bind! Set!
Boots out the back, and Dixon finds Wiggly, and Wiggly finds Sasiga. Sasiga, a powerful runner herself. A short line from Campbell. And Perth goal. And it's turned over. And the ball's in possession of Hucky. Hucky finds her winger Beardmore, and they shift back out to this right-hand side. At the back door. Off to Whip. The Whip is taken down by defenders, and Ackland, she'll come back down to the left-hand side, and Hucky, ball in hand and no one in front of her, and the pass is floated down and it's kept in. Orchids have done well with the clean-up in Ackland. Ball bounces before it finds the forwards. Ackland off to Fido. Fido bouncing off defenders and finds herself about 3 meters from her line. But the referee has called holding on. The clutch play from Perth Gold, getting out of danger right on their line. So the referee will just come back over to check with the injured player. Sasiga up and about, which is a good sign. And it'll be Perth Gold with possession to get themselves out of danger. Once again, Orchids not making the most of their opportunity. And Wiggly to find touch, and she does so. Perth Gold will have the line-out throw-in just inside of the 22. Nothing in it at the moment. Score remains 0-0 to both sides. Plenty of opportunity by the Orchids thus far. And he finds the middle, but the ball isn't great to Dixon. She cleans it up. Off to Wiggly. Wiggly throws a dummy, goes herself. It's a good clean out by Perth, and Dixon offload. And the ball comes out the side, and Orchids will have the advantage as they play. And again, good position, 5 meters out from their line. Fido with the pick and go. Orchids chipping away through Jackson. Ackland decides to shift now. No one at home, gets the ball away. Orchids just losing a few meters there in Ackland. Gets the pass off to Chur. Chur still going. Fido with another carry.
Tackle row. Keep coming. Make an effort.
Ackland off to Jackson.
Off goal.
Off gold is the call.
Yeah, knock on here.
Come back for the scrum. So
Nella,
quite scrappy stuff in this first
you still have advantage for the
13
You can
minutes.
choose, have one here or there. No, scrum.
The referee just giving the skipper, Hucky, an option where she'd like to take the penalty. And she'll go for the scrum on this far right-hand side. Orchids dominating possession at the moment, but not able to come away with any points so far. Spending a lot of time parked in the 22.
Bind. Set.
And it's a short arm penalty to the Orchids. And they'll go with the quick tap, but it's off the mark, so the referee will bring it back. Hannigan there with the ball. And she'll get it off to Acklin. Acklin will run up her seam. Fido and so, and she straightens up and tries to bustle through this Perth defensive line. Another pick and go from the Orchids. It's another penalty to Perth Gold. And they go, Acklin, the fast tap.
24. The mark's here.
Tries to have another go, but not quite on the mark, so it'll come back.
It has to go a suitable distance. You can't just tap it and not let it move.
So I've got to move it a bit forwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Acklin off to Hucky, and Hucky, short ball, comes back to the right, and she's over the line, but she'll come back for the place. Acklin gives to Fido, and she'll go over the line as well, and not quite. It's held up. And the Orchids just throwing everything at this Perth Gold side at the moment, and they're doing well
24.
to hold off continuous attacks. And they will regain possession for the dropout, and Wigley wants to play fast, and she sends one over the back straight into the hand of Jackson, and Jackson still going. Jackson is ripped down by Perth defender. Clint comes to the left, finds Hucky, and Hucky straightens up. Out to the left again to Jackins. Jackins loses that one forward, but
19, offside.
another penalty infringement. 19 Shepherd offside, and the Orchids once again just parked down
You on the points?
in their 22. And they will take the points.
Your mark's here. Yeah. You have 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds.
Kayla Jackson will be the one to take the penalty, and she's running out of time on the shot clock to get this one away. She's going to be rushed to do so, but she does well. And Queensland Country will have the first points on the board. They go ahead 3-0. Country Orchid side coached by two very experienced women's players themselves, Chloe Butler and Lucy Lockhart. Chloe capped Wallaroo, and Lucy spent a number of years in the Wallaroo squad program, so quite the calibre of coaches behind them for this tournament. And the kickoff finds Jackins. She's not able to collect, so Perth Gold will find themselves back in this game with a scrum.
Thank you.
Let's see. Kira McCaskill has made her way back onto the field after 10 minutes in the bin. And it's a solid scrum by the Country Orchids, but Dixon's able to clean it up out the back. Wigley shifts a loopy ball over to Mead, and Mead is away, and she's taken by defenders, but she does well. Dixon off to Sasiga. Finds McCaskill, and McCaskill drives her legs through. Dixon to the right to Wigley. Finds Palelli.
Captain,
And the referee's going to have another talk.
I've held them to a high standard with that offside. Your girls need to have it too, yeah? They need discipline. They need to get back. Last feed at the rough.
penalties to both sides now mounting. The referee having the same talk that she had with Perth Gold earlier, asking the skipper, Hucky, to have a chat to her team. But the offside calls, and we're underway again through a tap, and McCaskill straightens up and finds some good meters, and Dixon shifts to the right. Finds Arsam, and it's stripped by the Orchids, and she puts the kick through, and there's no one at home at the back. And the bounce is away, the chase is on. It'll be Perth to clean it up. Tapaya finds Sasiga. And Perth Gold will have the penalty, and Wiggly look to take the quick tap.
Come out, Liz. Continue. So you've seen high tackle. Penalty only.
Yeah, 7 blue.
7 blue. Offside. High tackle. Keep them low.
Referee Nevo Dempsey just reminding Emma Hannigan to lower her tackle height. It's very well even matchup between these two teams. Strong forward packs. Carney will have the throw in. Finds the middle to Dixon. Wiggly. And McCaskill at the back isn't able to.
Blue, you had 6 in the lineup. They had 5. You need to look and set numbers.
Collect that one, but line-out numbers will see a short arm penalty. Possession remaining with Perth Gold. And Dixon will take the quick tap. Straighten up to the middle of the park.
Last week, guys, last week.
Dixon moves it back to Wiggly, but loose ball.
Offside
Find
again.
another penalty in Wiggly. Takes a quick tap. She goes herself. She looks up, straight into the defenders.
Thanks, Sue. Thanks.
And an Orchids player was
No, you came off
right
the
in the
kick.
middle, but certainly not in the correct position to have a go at the ball. The ruck was formed, and now it's the Perth Gold side who has had
Nella,
the better of back-to-back penalties and is
we started good.
being
Discipline
walked down the
needs to
field
improve.
by the discipline of the Orchids. And they will have the line out about 30 metres from their try line. Last few minutes looking promising for this Perth Gold side. Line out, hits the middle, off to Dixon. Dixon finds Wiggly. Sasiga, McCaskill will have a hand in it. Palelli gets the offload away. Campbell, I should say.
Good.
Dixon, a flat ball to Arsam, who breaks the advantage line. Wiggly again. The back door. Gets the ball away, and it's cleaned up by Jordan. Jordan is claimed by Orchids defenders. Dixon finds Palelli.
Good.
McCaskill off to Arsam. They shift again to this right-hand side. Sasiga puts the kick through. It's picked up and cleaned up by the Orchids, and they send it back down. And the footwork is fantastic by Ruru Hinaki. Wiggly finds Campbell. Campbell with the offload to Jordan. And the pick and go by Mead. We might see a card here.
Agree? Continue. I can't hear you. Just come. 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 So they've had second high tackle now. I'm going to go give them a warning. Next one will be yellow. Yeah. Nella. This is your second high tackle, your fourth penalty in this area, okay? Discipline needs to improve. This is your only warning. Blue 2, blue 2.
Referee, final warning for the Country Orchids before they cross into card territory. And almost the opposite, the complete opposite of what we saw in the opening 15 minutes. Now swinging the way of Perth Gold, parked in their 22. Potential card on the horizon for the discipline of the Orchids. And they'll have the line out 5 meters out.
Blue, look at your numbers. Drop one.
Talamira.
Playing advantage.
And they set up a late maul. They'll have the advantage as well. Dixon shifts to the right, to Wigley. Haskell shifts out again to Gerber, and Gerber finds her winger. Tapia. Tapia gets the offload away, and she'll do well to get it to Gerber, who will cross on that right-hand side, and it'll be the first try for the afternoon, going the way of Perth Gold. So we see this lovely play through the hands of McCaskill to Gerber. Gerber finds Tapia. Tapia just manages to free up their hand on a barnstorming Cara Gerber, who will open up the try-scoring account for Perth Gold this afternoon, and they find themselves in the lead with less than 10 minutes to play in this first half, and what a back-and-forth game we've had so far. 2 significant swings in momentum to both sides. And it'll be Wigley left to convert from out wide.
Blue 3, how are you feeling?
Just a little one.
Yeah. No, I like to use you guys. Just so it shows you're a team. Best team out here, guys.
Wigley is not able to add the extra points, and it will remain Perth Gold leading Queensland Country 5 points to 3. So we get an overview of Field 2 at Ballymore Stadium. It's great to see some fantastic weather for playing footy. Very warm, very still. Certainly be plenty of water needed for these players. Onto their 3rd game in 4 days. It's a tough tournament. Certainly need to exercise the full potential of the squads that are entered. The Orchids are slow to get back underway, just using a bit more time to regather themselves, and some communications around. It'll be Ackland with the ball in hand to get us back underway, and she opts for the flat kick, and it's an awkward bounce, and it's still getting picked up by Perth Gold in this far right corner. Dixon will find McCaskill, who has been busy in this game so far. She shifts back to this right-hand side, down the blind. Pelele with a fantastic run. Dixon finds Wigley. McCaskill shifts again. Back to Carney. And Wigley cleans up.
No, Blue! Aim off your feet, Johnny.
And Orchids told to leave it. And they will cop a penalty because of it. Renee Donpon legally in the way. Wigley can't find touch, and the Orchids will have the ball, and they send it down, and a great kick by the Orchids will see themselves.
Yeah, she was behind. Yeah. Okay.
Down in their end, they'll have the throw-in as well. So 50-22 there.
50-22, girls. 50-22.
Milo finds the middle pod. Jackson does well in the line out and got a rolling ball in here, and Ackland's going to pull it out. Hucky with the footwork. Finds Ackland. Ackland goes herself.
Roll now, tackle her.
Will be in the hand of the Orchids, and it finds the ground, but it's cleaned up by Spratt. Ackland shifts back to the middle of the park to whip. To Fido, who's been busy this afternoon. Donpont gets the offload away to Ackland, but she's not able to keep that one in hand, and the Orchids struggling to make the most of the opportunities that they have down into their try line. 4 minutes left in this opening first half, and what a tight contest it has been. 2 points in it. As we determine the winner of this pool, who will join New South Wales Country in the final on Monday. Orchids doing well in the scrum, but McCaskill cleans it up out the back, finds Wigley, who's sliding off defenders, and she loses her balance, but she gets the offload away to Campbell. Dixon's there. Dixon coughs the ball up back into the possession of the Orchids. Ackland, nothing on, goes herself. Still driving through.
Blue, you still have advantage.
No half. Whip.
Advantage over
It's a
now.
half. Finds Milo. Ackland. Took it back to Fidel. Fidel.
No.
Number of great carries this afternoon, and that's another one.
Them low.
Ackland comes down this left-hand side, finds Whip. Whip gets the offload away. It's a great pickup from Tur. And the Orchids will have the penalty for not rolling away. Just to be Numi Tupaya getting caught up in the ruck there, and they take the fast tap and they're playing it away, and Whip gets the offload to Beardmore. Beardmore off to Donpon. Ackland brings it back to the middle of the field to Hucky, and Hucky finds Hannigan. Hannigan up to Jackins, and it'll come to Bean, and Bean will cross in this right-hand side, and Country now take the lead with their first try of the afternoon. Great team try. So you see the shifts here, and Hucky just finds Hannigan, and Hannigan gets the offload away to Jackins, and Jackins just had one last pass to do to Bean, and Bean had no one in front of her and had plenty of space to get over on the right-hand side.
Thank you.
And they will
Anywhere in here,
edge
halfway
themselves
between
in
the guys,
front. With just 1:30 left in this first half, and Jackson will try to convert from the far right edge to just push the lead out that tad bit more. Jackson not able to add the extra points, and we have quite the game on our hands. Queensland Country narrowly in front of Perth Gold, 8 points to 5. And we will Still have time for the restart.
This will be last play.
So we hear from the referee, last play. It's Perth Gold in no rush to get underway again. And it's a flat ball straight to the Orchids, and they won't want to play anymore. They will send that one over the sideline and head into halftime. And what a first half it has been. Swing of momentum to both sides throughout. There's absolutely nothing in this one. Queensland Country leading Perth Gold narrowly 8 points to 5. That is halftime. We will recommence after this short break.
Double take? You double take. Through Rugby.com. Yeah. Stranger danger. Don't touch the stranger. Stranger danger. Would he remember you? Yeah.
Welcome back to the second half in what has been an intense opening half against Queensland Country Orchids and Perth Gold. Both teams fighting for their chance to appear in the grand final as the winner of Pool A. There's hardly anything in this one. One try apiece and a conversion. Sorry, a penalty, I should say. It's the Queensland Country Orchids just putting them slightly in front by 3 points as we get back underway. Country Orchids with the restart. It'll be Ackland who sends the ball. It's collected by Perth Gold. Tally Myra brings that one back up the field, and McCaskill right up the centre. Dixon finds Wigley deep in the back, who sends the kick down.
6, way in front.
And they'll be marching all the way back to where the kick was taken off. Perth Gold player moving forward when she wasn't on side. And we're a minute into this game, and the Orchids will have opportunity at points to extend this lead by another 3. Just put them out of reach, out of a 5-point try. And it'll be Regan Bidmore to take the penalty. The Queensland Country team not only have to win this game, but if they do, it'll go back on points differential. So they will need to do as much as they can to make sure that happens. And the penalty is good by Beardmore. And she will extend the lead of the Orchids 11 points to 5 in this opening minute of the game. Penalty count quite high from both teams. They've both been spoken to by the ref. Perth Gold was shown a yellow card in the first half, and Orchids on the cusp of a yellow card themselves. And we'll be back underway. The Orchids bring that ball back up on this left-hand side. Ackland finds Mylau. Mylau driving through the contact. Ackland will swing back down to this blind side. And the footwork by Beardmore puts the kick through eventually. And it'll find touch. It's a good return by the Orchids, who
Okay, Blue. Watch for their numbers.
have the
Make sure
lead.
matching.
The changes. Perth Gold.
Come outside your shoulder, guys.
You see the Kerr
Just go on the
Fuente
line out.
into the field.
Line out. Nice.
The throw wasn't straight, so we'll come back for the line out again, but this time the throw in going to the Orchids. Mylau, the overthrow, but it's cleaned up. Ackland shifts to Hucky. Hucky in the center of the field finds some speed running onto it. Ackland scoots and she throws the dummy, and she's away to the line. Another defender beaten and another defender beaten, and Ackland will have a try of individual brilliance to extend the lead of Queensland Country. And we just take another look at it here. There was no one in that A defender spot, and Ackland throws the dummy, and they all fell for it. She had a ton of work to do, and she just bumped off defenders left, right, and center turned on the speed at the end, and what an incredible try for the young halfback to push the lead out for this Orchids side. And we were talking about this Orchids team earlier about their opening loss, but how they had recovered and were growing well into their second game, and they have certainly hit their stride in this game against a very, very tough Perth Gold outfit. Plenty of minutes still to play as Spratt try and extend this lead. She isn't able to do so, so the score will remain Queensland Country 16 to Perth Gold 5. We'll head back to the middle of the field for the kickoff. Perth Gold will want to get the win to comfortably see themselves in the final match.
Just make sure you're behind your kicker, girls.
We're back underway. A short kickoff, and it's backwards off the hands of Campbell. Apologies, Donpon, I should say. Ackland, and it's a beautiful tackle from Dixon.
Patience.
Hucky will put the kick through. Screened up out the back. And it'll bounce over the sideline. Good return from Perth Gold.
Just set.
Milo will have this throw in this unique style from the Orchids, who run into the line out. It's an early lift from Gold. Hucky shifts to the left, finds Hannigan. Hannigan doing well in contact. She loses the ball and it's turned over. Perth Gold with possession. And they will shift to the right. Dixon back to the middle, finds McCaskill, strong runner. And a
Girls, we've
foot
got no advantage. We'll come back to the knock-on. Gold scrum.
in the ruck there.
Knock here. Set.
Perth Gold will maintain possession. Plenty advantage for the knock-on. Dixon will have the feed. Orchids doing well in the scrum, but it shoots at the back, and not to beaver Perth Gold. The Orchids will have the penalty, dominating scrum time. And the celebrations certainly well deserved by the Orchid team, showing each other some love for a well scrum, and Beardmore just finding touch
I can't hear you. Read what was that?
on the right hand side.
Yeah. Blue. Blue. Patience. Johnny. Johnny.
Orchids with their
Patience. Static. Then up.
signature run into the line out. And they'll find the middle pod to Ackland, who reaches Hucky in the middle of the field, and a huge tackle by McCaskill, who lines up
Advantage. Offside.
The ball is just floated over by Hackett to Jackson, and Jackson does well down that right-hand side. Then finds Hackett, who gets it off to Ellis Dufour. Offload away as well to Tur. Acklin off to Whip. Whip finds player out wide. Orchids just working their way down the field quite well, and McCaskill again with the crunching tackle. She's been outstanding so far this afternoon. And it'll be McCaskill with the back-to-back defensive work over the ball. And what a talent she is.
Rick, can you just give me a check? Just if I can see you. Yeah, okay, you're just in and out. Yeah. Yeah, Max.
Perth Gold will hold off the Orchid side of doing quite well, but Wigley's not able to find touch, and it's collected by Beardmore, who shifts it back to the center of the field, and Wigley doing well to rush up in defense, causing the error.
Gold, you have advantage.
McCaskill shifts out wide, and it's a loopy pass. Perth will play down the left-hand side. It's cleaned up by Dixon, and Dixon decides to put the kick through. And the fullback for Orchids is there to clean it up, and she passes it off to Beardmore, who puts a chip through herself. And the chase is good from the Orchids, but Dixon's able to place, and a poor placement means the Orchids are back in possession. Ellis Dufour, and it's stripped again. Back and forth at the moment, and Arsam powers up and takes that one, and it's stripped again. Almost can't keep up at the moment. The penalty will slow things down for both sides. Ball acting like a bit of a hockey puck at the moment. And the ball doesn't find touch. It's collected by Spratt at the back, and she'll send that one downtown as well. Back into the hands of Dixon, who shifts to the middle. And Ruru Hanaki will send that one down to Haki. Haki to Beardmore. Beardmore, both teams playing possession, but Beardmore will kick that one out on the full, and it will come back down to where she kicked it. Perth Gold winning that one.
They're setting for the tackle and they still have the ball.
The field possession battle.
Yeah. I'll watch first.
We'll see some fresh legs again rolling onto the field. Hannah Paleli leaves the field, and the line out is thrown over, but Arsam is there at the back. And Dixon shoots the back door to Wigley. Out to McCaskill, who gives the small offload. Wigley, dummy and go. She slides out of two defenders. But Whip is too strong over that one. Wigley had no support. Orchids will have the penalty. Beardmore will send that one down the field. Both teams just trading blows at the moment. A lot of back and forth. Changeover in possession. Seems to be the team that settles right now will probably have the best payoff. Orchids rolling in the subs themselves. Don Pon and Mailau leaving the field. Zara Shadpole will take over the throwing duties. It hits the back middle. And they'll play off from this, and Hucky gives the pass away, and miscommunication as to what was happening there. Comes off the hand of the Orchids player, and Perth Gold will have the scrum. Final for this game being played on Queensland Public Holiday on Monday. Winner from Pool A will verse the winner from Pool B, which has been decided as New South Wales Country with their solid win over Australian Defence Force in the game prior to this. It will be penalty to the Orchids, who take the quick tap and play away, and Jackson down the middle of the field finds Hucky. Hucky off to May, and May sees no one in front of her, and it's back in the inside to Ackland, and she's got a ton of speed herself, as we saw earlier, and she'll add another one to her try-scoring tally this afternoon. Jackson just playing with speed here, and Ackland, Hucky making the most of the overlap, and May had no one in front of her, and the support from Ackland was fantastic. There was no one that was going to catch her. The pass came back on the inside, and she's certainly turning up for her team this afternoon. The young halfback. Queensland Country extend their lead 21 points to 5 with a conversion to come, and very important at the moment because the Country Orchids need not only a win, but they need to think about points differential to see themselves in the final on Monday against New South Wales Country. And it'll be Beardmore who attempts to add the extra points. And she does so. Flags go up. Beardmore extends the lead of the Queensland Country Orchids 23 points to 5, and there's a bit of math to do with it. This should push them into a good enough points differential at the moment. So they either need to maintain or increase their lead if they want to see themselves in this final match on Monday. Perth Gold get us back underway with a short kickoff, and they allow it to bounce, but it's picked up by Tur. Ackland will find Holmes. And they shift again down this right-hand side up to Jackson. And they'll find the winger. He lets that one go. Spare going into touch, but it's been turned over. Perth Gold will have possession for Kerfuente. And it's a high tackle from Hucky. And Kerfuente is a bit sheepish because of it.
Lisa. Are you watching that, or are you managing subs? Are you watching?
Yeah. What have you seen?
Okay, so I've seen her come in. Players coming down to mitigation.
Yeah.
A high speed, high force straight to the neck. We've spoken to them about high tackles in the first half.
Yeah.
They've had 2, yellow.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. 12.
We're going to see a card here.
You had a warning in the first half about high tackles, okay? This one, you've come in, direct contact to the neck, high speed, high force. She's come down, mitigated it, yeah? So it's yellow.
And it's just a yellow card to the skipper, Nella Hucky. Direct contact to the neck, but mitigating factors. Player dropping into it. And the Orchids will spend the next 10 minutes a player down, and
Blue 25.
crucial point in the game. They have a comfortable lead, but
Numbers as well.
they will need it
Numbers, who's coming off.
if they want to end this pool round on top.
Are we good? Are we good?
We come into the last 15 minutes of the match.
He needs to come across.
Session with Perth Gold. The Fuente will have the throw. She finds a middle at Dixon. And a really unlucky call to Perth Gold. The Fuente called for the balk, but the Orchids threw a player up early. So it could have gone either way, really, and unfortunately for Perth Gold, the Orchids will have possession. Ackland goes for the quick tap. She finds Ellis DeFool. Ellis DeFool gets it away to Dompon, who bustles through the contact. Ackland shifts out to this left-hand side. Off to Beardmore. Beardmore dances around. Straighten up. Orchids shift again. Off to Holmes. Ackland will swing back the other direction to the left. Finds a whip and whip. Pass through the line. She's taken down. Ackland again off this blind side, and she slides away from defenders. She puts the footwork on. She's still going. Still going. And she's just stopped 2 meters from her line. And possession is turned over. She had no one in support. And Dixon has done well to clean it up, and Baker Fuente will try and get Perth out of their danger zone. And Wigley sends it downtown, and Beardmore tries to stop that one from going out. Isn't able to do so, and because of that, Perth will have the throw in. So quite the scramble from Perth Gold, but they've done well to salvage what could have been a possible try in Ackland. The footwork.
Mark there, 17. Thank you.
The throw goes over and straight to the hands of Ackland. Ackland will find Whip in the middle of the park, and Whip is through one, she's through two. She has one more to beat, and she's going to do so straight under the sticks. The Queensland country dominating at the moment. So we take another look here. The throw going straight over, and it bounces off an Orchid's hand and bounces backward, and Whip read this beautifully off a short line. And she just breezed through defenders. Not easy to do so against this Perth side, and what a fantastic individual try to Aylin Whip.
11 minutes. 11.
And it'll be Hannah Jackin to add the extra points, and she does so. Queensland Country extend their lead 30 points to Perth Gold 5, and they are certainly eyeing off the opportunity to play in this final match for the tournament win. Slowly approaching the final 10 minutes of this game. Perth Gold need to respond and do so quite quickly if they want to remain at the top of the pool. Wiggly gets us back underway. It's left to bounce by the Orchids, and Beardmore will be there to collect. She'll find Jack in and good footwork. Down the right-hand side. Acklin gets the ball away to Thorne. And it's dropped there by Donpon. And the knock-on will go the way of Perth Gold. And if they were asking for an opportunity, this is certainly it to get themselves back into this game. Country Orchids have been extremely impressive so far. And Alina Whip, she'll take a break from what has been a fantastic performance from her. Perth Gold have the feed just off centre. Issues in the scrum, and Dixon collects at the back to Wiggly. It's a good run by Monk. The ball is messy, but Dixon collects to Buker Fuente. Offload to Talamira. Campbell. Campbell goes again. The referee says she's lost that one forward, and opportunity, a miss from Perth Gold. 5 metres out from their try line. Orchids, some gutsy defence to hang in and hold off this Perth side. There has been plenty of action from this Australian Rugby Shield, and it will continue on Monday. Come finals, both the women and men's division.
Shoulders on.
The ball spits out the other end, but the referee's got an arm up for advantage for the Orchids, and they'll shift all the way out to the wing. They do well to keep it in. Acklin with a messy ball, but it won't matter because they'll have penalty advantage, and they will want to start to slow things right down. Beardmore to find touch. If you're tuning into this game, I hope you are simultaneously watching the Wallaroos currently taking on the Black Ferns. That is on Stan or 9Gem. Well, you can stream this on YouTube. Just need 2 screens to see plenty of women's rugby action.
Again, girls.
And balking, but this time from the Orchids. And Perth Gold will have the short arm penalty. One of the rules from the line out, once you commit to the throw, you have to release. Cannot balk and go again. And Dixon takes the quick tap off to the other Dixon. And Campbell's still going. Campbell, she's over the line. She just needs to put it down. And it's been miraculously stripped by the Orchids, and they'll have the counter attack. Could not even tell you what happened in that ruck. And Acklin get it back to Beardmore, but it's been charged down, and it'll fly out the back end of the field. And what a passage of play.
6 minutes.
The referee lets them know there are 6 minutes in this game. And Perth Gold certainly need to pick up the intensity and find some points if they wish to have any chance of appearing
It's
in this
22,
final.
22.
Now, there is a bit of math to this game. Queensland Country Orchids need to win and need to win convincingly by a certain number of points to top their pool. The dropout. 22 goes long. Wiggly will shift to the right. She'll find Wilkinson. And Wilkinson
Advantage!
tries to keep it in.
We had a seatbelt girl. The arm went over her shoulder.
Referee's
Penalty
calling a
only.
seatbelt tackle from the
Mark it.
Orchids, so Perth Gold will have the penalty. Wiggly not able to find touch. Hits the ground first. Beardmore laying up her options, and she sends it down the field. Perth Gold showing an awful lot of patience right now, but they want to get moving. There are 5 minutes left in this game and they need points. Curve Fuente finds the middle and it's an early lift from the Orchids. And play on. And we find the middle of the park by Campbell.
No, the left thing out.
Dixon shifts to the left to Wiggly. And spread wide to the wing. The Orchids defense proving too well. Perth Gold player foot into touch. The Orchids will find themselves with the line out.
Max, yeah? Take a step that way. Yeah. Down, goal!
And again, an early lift, but the Orchids will have the ball, and Ackland sees the defender shoot through, and she runs straight into the forward pack of Perth Gold and
We had a knock on there.
gets stood up, and fortunately, I should say, wins back possession with a knock on to Perth.
Pardon?
And we have just 3 minutes left in this game. Who will decide the final place against New South Wales Country on Monday? At the moment, that is looking to be Queensland Country Orchids.
Set!
Ackland will collect it from the back. And it is taken down by Jackin. And shift back inside. Orchids with numbers out right, and Huckey returns to the field. Off to Hannigan. Ackland finds Huckey on this blind side. It's a storming run by Jackson. It's a short line by the number 4, Shadbolt. Orchids play back to the center of the field. Ackland will scoot to the right, and there's a beautiful ball back on the inside to Hannigan, and Hannigan still going. And the arm is up from the ref. And Perth will win that one. And they go with the quick tap, and play will be held up for the injured player on the field. I don't believe there is injury time for this game, and we come into the final minute, so we'll see what happens here, whether this just ends the game or whether play will resume.
No, I'm just saying the comms are echoing.
by the looks of it,
It'll be fine.
Queensland Country have done enough to see themselves not only winners of this game, but into the final match.
Okay. Yeah. Not one. It'll be their scrum.
I was just saying if we can watch they're pushing early on the right hand side in the scrums.
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll come this side. Your scrum, girls. Mark's back here too. Just there.
We will resume play on the strike of full time, and it will be Perth Gold with the feed. And the feed doesn't go well on the Orchids, who have turned over possession. Hucky drives away up the middle of the field, but it's been turned over by Campbell. And Perth Gold have the ball back. Kerfuente gets a few extra meters. And they shift out to this left-hand side. The ball is lost forward, but it doesn't matter because it's a penalty. Offside by the Orchids. I'll wait to see what they decide to do here, Perth Gold. Penalty in the center of the field. And they're eyeing off touch. Gerber will send it into touch. And we will continue play past full time. Perth Gold will have the feed.
Numbers, blue, numbers.
Fuente finds the middle. Shifts to Wigley. Wigley to Campbell, and Campbell goes out the back door, but it's picked up by an Orchids player who knocks it on, so advantage will be the way of Perth Gold, but that's all there is, and judging by the excitement of Queensland Country, they have done enough to make their way into the grand final game on Monday. Disappointing for Perth Gold, who have had a fantastic tournament. Queensland Country building perfectly to see themselves in the grand final spot. And what a game it was today.
Thanks, girls.
Plenty of talent on display. Queensland Country have put on performance of the tournament to end 30 points to Perth Gold 5. And we will see Queensland Country versus New South Wales Country. First place playoff on Monday at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for joining me for what has been an incredible final round game today. My name is Kiri Lingman, and I will see you next time.